at all here. Already, compLexity starting on the CT side, the more favored side of Inferno, and it's going to be NiP on the terrorist side instead. And look at how aggressive Semphis is right here, already pushed down the middle with nothing there, and that's a great shot. Forest is down, and a nice start here, but Semphis is to fall right afterwards with Farron with the return, and now the game is live.
Yeah, you already started to see that Semphis was taken out early in the round, and it looks like we may have lost one member from NiP. Hopefully we'll be able to get back into the game. I can see it from here. It looks like for Flaren, check that is actually Forest, who is hopping back into the game. So we'll see how that makes an impact, but right now it's going to be down to this 3-on-3 as compLexity still trying to hold down this A-bomb site.
Yeah, Anger actually is in a great position here. If they don't know where they're going to be jumping up, and Get Right's looking right there. Anger takes him down, and that's very important. Now we're in a 2-on-2. The health advantage is definitely with compLexity, but with the bomb down, the clock's now working against them, and they're going to have to get this first kill here. Eco in prime position to pick up the one. He's going to take it now. Freiberg's left, and it's a 1-on-1. Anger versus Freiberg, and it's Anger coming out on top with a double kill. Nicely done.
Yeah, so you can see that they're able to hold down that A-bomb site, and in the end, getting to defuse, of course, what NiP was able to do to open things up and try to make something happen. They were able to clear out that site, even with having 3 members there from compLexity over inside the A-bomb site. But in the end, Anger picking up that last and crucial kill, picking up 2 in the round.
Yeah.
But here we have, they will start off picking up the pistol round.
We'll see. What are they going to be buying here? compLexity, that's 3, 4, all FAMASes. So that's, I mean, just talking about the difference here between European and American Counter-Strike, this is something we definitely don't see in the European scene with 5 FAMASes like this. But it means they have a ton of grenades and Anger even with the defuse kit. So I kind of appreciate that, and they pretty know they're going to be up against some CSET 75s at the least. But actually for NiP, it's a lot of grenades and then some P250s in hand.
Yeah, so you can see there right now they've got 5 players. All 5 are pushing up there towards that banana side. And to hold it down, they've got 2 members there from compLexity inside of that B-bomb site, just waiting with FAMASes in hand. Be ready for these set smokes and flashes to be able to push over here inside of this B-bomb site. No rotation happening yet. Here comes the first smoke over the top. And we'll see how things start off. You do have Sean Garrett that's inside of that fountain, waiting to be able to get this cross here. Flashbangs over the top. Freiberg, he's going to get tapped away. Finally going to take it down there. By the way, that makes that 2 now, as Sean Garrett will fall. Hiko wrapping back around. He's able to pick up 2 as well. And now it's going to be left up to Forrest. After he's reconnected, he can't find that the C4, but he does pick up a FAMAS here down to this 1-on-3. Yeah,
I think that was the choice that Forrest had right there. Either pick up the FAMAS or the bomb, and I think actually maybe the bomb time would have been better. That would have given his team a lot of money to work with. Now instead, this 1-on-3 is not going to work out. Semphis will take him down. But I think actually if Sean hadn't been in that fountain right there, because that was one of the few spots where there was no smokes.
Right. If
he had been smoked off, that round could have worked out much better for NiP.
Yeah, so the areas that they ended up smoking up was actually over there towards that dark spot. Yeah. They also they tried to smoke up some exactly. So they smoked up everywhere except for where Sean Garrett was, and they were kind of mostly probably relied on the fact that those flashbangs over the top would blind him inside the site. But he actually had cover from the fountain itself, where he was unable to get blinded, and then you're able to see how he was able to hold that one down.
Yeah, obviously really important. So they do lose 2 players compLexity, but it's 2 people with FAMASes, so it's not a huge deal. They're just rebuying M4s now. I kind of like this setup from the American team. And actually already NiP, they're going to be buying AKs anyway. That seems like a crazy move. I'm not even sure how they could really afford this.
It's similar to what happened during the All-Star game, too. They decided to go ahead, in terms of the Europeans, they decided to go ahead and buy the 3rd round on CT side, which was kind of obscure. We'll see if this time for NiP collectively, if it's going to pay off.
Oh, look at this. Nothing with the 2 great kills coming out. Fiflan and Freiberg looking the wrong way at the wrong time. Semphis looking out, going to take the 1 kill, and that's nothing with a quad kill at the end, actually. Man. Semphis got none of those. He just got the assist, but that's 4 kills here for Jordan.
So for some of these new gamers, they probably haven't had the chance to see nothing. Jordan Gilbert playing at his top notch, or at the quality that he is known for, the reason why the Nothing brand existed in the first place. And so hopefully we'll get the chance here at this ESEA Season 16 to see whether or not Nothing can show off and explain why he is what he was, or was what he is. I don't know, wherever you want to go with that.
Well, I definitely think you're right. I mean, even in Global Offensive, because he's been one of the few people that's been, well, not one of the few, but he's been one of the people that's been really critical of the game itself. And it seems like he's had a hard time finding the proper motivation to play at a really high level. But if he's going to start out the tournament with this kind of setup, then it's looking pretty good. This round just dealt with no problem from complexity. Last 2 rounds, they've had no casualties, and that's a great start. The economic situation is going to be incredible already.
Yeah, taking a look right now, and this is after the bye. You've got Simphis, who has 9,100, which will set him up for the next few rounds, even after losing this one and possibly losing the next one. But really, it doesn't look like they're turning back. On the other side, on the flip side of this, you can see that NiP, they've got multiple members make that. I believe that's 4 members that have only 1 kill. As we look into this round, AK's full nade sets, it has full body armor here for NiP. And they're really just looking for that opening pick, like Faflaren just did to Simphis.
Yeah, that definitely makes a big difference, obviously, getting that first kill in. I mean, I think you have like a 60-70% chance of winning the rounds once you get that. And Exist with another one, and complexity pushing aggressively. And this kind of boost that the Europeans were doing right down here is a very, very common one in the European scene.
They have left the bomb.
I'm not sure the Americans are well known, are used to it just yet, because they weren't checking that at all.
Yeah, so they've left the bomb back over there in spawn. They don't need it as they're just playing a good game of team deathmatch, and they've eliminated all 4 of them at this point. Anger, the LMS now, and I don't believe he's been spotted. He was just beyond that wall, and Anger right there able to pick up that one with the AK. Freiburg's gonna be Freiburg was the one, and Exist just on the other side of the corner. And finally, NiP with that opening pick from Faflaren is able to pick up their first round.
Yeah, and also I think. Maybe it's all right that a complexity were pushing kind of aggressively, but ultimately that's also what lost them a little bit. I think we might have a chance to listen in on the complexity calls, so let's try and do that while they're just buying here.
I want to save my short thing.
Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe they're just not saying anything. All right, we'll try and see if we can get back into it, but we do have the opportunity, I think, later on to try and listen in to their Mumble or Skype or whatever calls they're using. We'll see. Complexity. They lost the first round, but they can still buy.
I think what they were saying to each other was that, hey, guys, we still have a lot of money because we've been winning consecutive rounds in a row. We've been eliminating them. Only 1 player right now, and the other team has money. So if we take them out this round right now, we'll reset their side, reset their money, and let's take that advantage. I think that's kind of what it may have come from Hiko. Nothing probably said, hey, guys, man, let's do this. You know, that something along those lines. That's probably what we had gotten out of that listen in.
Well, and I appreciate that. I can hear Jordan saying that. Oh, look at Nico. He's so close to the corner here, and Freiburg goes down. That's Freiburg's speciality, is getting those entry frags, but he goes down, and now it's turned into a 1-for-1 trade. But I'm still not sure here. NiP, they're very slow. They're running out of time as well. They got to make a move. Look how far back the bomb is. Yeah,
so it's been the same situation as the previous round. They were trying to rely on the fact that they could probably outgun complexity, and right now you've got Nothing, who actually extinguishes that fire, and I actually don't know why, because honestly that could have been working in his favor. That would have slowed them down. Then he could have tossed out a smoke. Maybe he didn't expect that smoke to actually pop right there on the very edge of that molly, probably.
Anger in a great position down in the pit. He's going to spot 2. Actually, they line up for him. He gets the 1 and still inside the bomb site. Simphis is holding on, and he's a strong player here. Got plenty of space to get that 1. Can actually get right with the team.
Right. Uh-oh. And it's going to be down this 1-on-1. 3 seconds left. He's not going to be able to get that bomb planted, and Sean Gears knows it. He delays, and that's going to be another round coming in here. 5-1 now in favor of complexity. Again, you mentioned it right out of the get-go. The bomb was back over there in spawn. They didn't push up quick enough. They needed to make something happen, and they didn't do it with the allotted time that was given.
Oh, man, that was unfortunate. I was going to say that I thought Simphis had a good chance to actually kill both of them, but he got none. Instead, get right with the team kill, and that was...
Oh, that's going to hurt him on 2 different fronts, right? Yeah. You've got one side where he doesn't acquire any money for that round. The second side, he does get the bomb plant, so that's where you're seeing that additional money come in from. He also gets the negative side from the team kill. And so really you kind of look at it overall, that was just a hurt. That round hurt not only NiP as a whole, but also really focusing that on to get right as well.
Yeah, is it like $300 for putting down the bomb, but then minus 3,300?
Yeah,
so I think he still minus 3,000. I think that's the math right there, but he's right now at $500, and
exactly,
they were able to buy up anyway, but it does involve at least 1 Galil, and they actually have pretty decent grenades, so this is still a good chance for NiP to do something.
Yeah, and Freiburg's one of those players. He does have a Deagle in hand, so he is one of those types of players that could be effective with it. He has that Deagle Blaze. And right there, you got Get Right just looking through a sliver, and that nade just barely touches him, dropping him down to 91 health. And they do have 3 players that are set up. You can take a look at the defense here. They're going to go ahead and watch over there towards apartments. A lot of cover firing happening here from all 3 players. So they're set up to make sure that they can get some type of trade as they push here towards that A side. Everyone's completely blind. They do push through. 4 is able to pick up 1, and they're trading as nothing's dropped 2. Now going to be down to this 2-on-2. Left up to Hiko and Sean Gares. Sean Gares rotating quickly now.
Yeah, Hiko in a great position. Takes down Exist. Still no bomb plant.
No reason to
20
challenge.
seconds here for Fiflaren. He's got to make a move right now. He's got to get the first kill and then put down the bomb so quickly. And I actually don't think there's any time for him anymore to do this. He's going to push out Smoke off. That's a smart play, but it's not going to be enough here.
Smart play there by Sean Gares. He's going to decide to go and push through, picking up the headshot. And just overall, what's really hurting NiP at this point is time. They just don't have enough of it. They should quit playing matchmaking. That's a horrible joke, but I'll move on.
Oh man, that matchmaking timer as well.
Oh, it's lethal, especially the 45-second bomb plant.
Yeah, it feels like 45 minutes sometimes.
Oh, it feels like I've played 3 or 4 rounds. But as we digress, 6-1 right now, 5-round lead in favor of compLexity. So they're taking full advantage of starting off on this counter-terror side.
Gotta say, I'm really impressed by compLexity right now. They've been playing really well, and obviously NiP, seems like they've not really even shown up much for the match yet. I mean, Get Right on 0 kills. I guess one of them got taken away by the team kill, but still, that's not what we're used to, basically. And this time, they only have pistols. They're getting shut down in the middle by Nothing again, who seems to just be playing really well at the moment.
Well, if we look at the compLexity setup here on Inferno, you've got 2 players. Everybody has, it's basically the buddy system that's happening. Hiko and Sean Gares working together there over inside of the B bomb site, relying on the fact that their teammates can hold down the A bomb site. There's no reason for them to over-rotate. A lot of times that we see on Inferno is we'll have 2 guys that traditionally or initially start over there towards the B side, and then they'll rotate back around. But right now, let's see. They're feeling good. They've got a 6-round lead here for compLexity. Let's listen in to see what they've got to say themselves.
Smoke front car. Randomly.
Do you want me to smoke? Tell me when you guys want me smoking into B, because I'm not.
Just save it. Don't go.
There's no point, Richard. Don't smoke.
All right, we'll see. I'm not sure if
one of these days it will happen. I'll get to it. I'll get that for you. But
it'll definitely happen. But I mean, the thing is, I really want to hear what compLexity has to say, especially because they're such a hype team. Once they get up and going, I want to listen to Semphis just getting pretty excited.
Yeah, so right now Freiburg opening things up, like you mentioned, over here towards the B side. He's able to pick off both of those players. Now you're going to see a quick rotate happen, but the bomb has not moved there towards the B side. They have the chance, if they want to move over towards the A side, but really Freiburg's already pushed up, cleared out construction area, and Exist shutting down Semphis. And you can see that they're just kind of trading now there towards that B side.
Oh, and Anger staying put. He stayed put for a really long time, Anger, which is actually kind of cool because it's something NiP are well known for, pushing the B bomb site and then leaving 1 person here by the boiler room. So it's well played by compLexity to actually have that 1 man left behind. But when Freiburg gets an opening like that, it's almost the round done immediately. When you lose 2 people in B like that, that's it. Anger with a good kill at the end on Exist. So it actually turns out to be a pretty costly round for NiP. I think, perfectly honest, I think NiP should have got out of this round with much more alive. You know, they should have had 3 or 4 members alive at the end of this round.
All right, so those of you at home had the chance to actually hear what the listen-in is. So hopefully you guys tweet at us, let us know what they said during that previous round, and that way we can communicate with everybody else that's listening that you already heard, but then it's just a vicious cycle. 7-2 right now, 5-round lead in favor of compLexity at this point. And yeah, it's been really interesting to see that Get Right thus far is just not been playing as well as he should be. And right now you've got a crossfire there. Semphis playing where Nothing traditionally plays. They started off the round with Nothing playing over there towards that B bomb site to try to see if there's any type of quick push.
Oh, nice shot from Semphis. Goes for a second one. He can't find it. And actually, that's compLexity losing the bomb site. Now 2-on-4. Considering their money situation, I'd definitely fall back from this. I wouldn't want to try and push this kind of situation. Yeah. They're already falling back, and NiP actually, I don't know, they could go hunting. At least 2 of them could go look for some of the players here. It's the first time I think NiP have a real chance to actually put a dent in compLexity's economy and actually force them to eco, if they can just find one of these rifles.
Bomb will continue to take away here. They are holding on to these rifles. the best that they can. Again, their economy has been pretty good throughout the game, but of course they've lost. Not only they've lost the 2 rounds now since that 7-1. The other thing to think about as well is that the previous rounds that they were winning, they were dying through those rounds, and so it really has made an impact on them overall. And so now it looks like they're going to try one more time here. They are going to buy. They've got a FAMAS, 2 FAMASes to work with, and we'll see if they can get a good hold here. Simphis does have just body armor to work with here.
Oh, you're right. No head armor, which is actually they all have AK, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly.
He'll be all right. But if one of them had a Galil, or if it ends up with a pistol fight, that head armor can definitely be a factor.
Right.
We'll see. And actually 2 Molotovs as well, 1 on Hiko, 1 on nothing. I kind of like this. That's a good idea. Try and keep back the terrorist team for as long as possible. I just love this setup. Ooh, look at this.
I actually got the chance to boost over here towards the balcony.
Yeah, so if
I actually would love to have seen the process to get them up there.
You can actually jump over there yourself, I think, if you're just skilled enough.
Well, Simphis and Hiko spend a lot of time, just like Forrest and Freiburg, doing a lot of surfing maps. So maybe that may have made an impact, or any of the bunny hopping maps, and so that may help them there.
Simphis, once he spots someone, he's going to spot one there, and then immediately anger runs out. It's really good timing, but Exist is too strong.
You have to make those shots.
He gets the kills anyway. That should have worked out in favor of complexity, I think.
Well, one of the great things of what they were doing with Simphis and Anger is they had a tiered level approach there. They had Anger down below and trying to make those shots to be kind of more or less distracted. So again, you have to not only aim left and right, but you have to also make the shots up and down there. So it's a good way to kind of approach that. Hiko, though, trying to narrow things down. He will get taken out here. 7-4. It was 7-1, Anders. And NiP has finally figured out how to pick up some rounds here against complexity. I guess they decided we no longer need to make it a 6v5 and allow time to fall back on our side.
The really troubling thing here is that NiP probably don't need much more than 5 rounds on the terrorist side, and because complexity is ecoing now, unless they can be saved by the 5 CZ75s that they picked up, actually NiP might already be at those 5 rounds. So yeah, it was looking so good, but now I'm getting a little bit worried. But still, it's anybody's game, and we'll see. Simphis going really aggressively. I love this. He might actually be able to catch Get Right here. See.
Starting to push up there. He does have a teammate that's right here. There's good close quarters here with the CZs. But a teammate also back over there towards A. NiP must be knowing that they will be on a save here, because they are not pushing up. They're taking their time. Nothing going to get dropped down to low health now. Simphis pushes up. He does pick off Get Right.
Nicely done. That was very nice.
He did not pick up a weapon, though. He did not pick up that AK. Pushing back out, it's going to be Anger.
Yeah, but they do a little bit of damage onto Flaren, and now they probably know it's going to be a B push. Sean Gares in the corner, Hiko behind new box, and we'll see. This could work out. CZ75 is strong enough to take down these players. Exist does get the entry into the B bomb site now. Hiko hiding in the back here is going to peek out.
Oh, no.
So close.
Now going to be pushing back around here. You've got Simphis and Anger, the last 2 alive now. And they're just going to continue to spray away here, checking different angles. Waiting out here. Smoke finally decimates there, and it looks like Forrest will pick up one. Freiburg as well. So complexity 7-5 over NiP. NiP doing a great job on this comeback here.
Yeah, nicely done. How many rounds in a row? That's 4 rounds in a row on the terrorist side here for NiP, so that's very important. But now complexity, they have money again, and we're sort of approaching the end of this first half here in the very first map. So still a lot of Counter-Strike to come between these 2 teams, but I think if complexity can make this 10-5 for the first half, they have a really good shot at taking away Inferno, and that will open up this whole best of 3.
Got him set up there. Nades going down over there towards Banana. Going to play a little bit more aggressive during this round now. Sean Gare is already pushing back up there. See if we get this angle. Push all the way back up there towards Banana now.
And then look at this. Hiko throws down a smoke just to help out Sean, and then he's going to fall back because Sean still has another smoke. So they can buy a lot of time doing this. Once that smoke's gone, he's going to put up one more. And by then, NiP have to make a choice. If they want to go A, they definitely can, but there's 4 people waiting. So this is just very classic Inferno play coming out here from complexity, and it works really well.
He did actually hit Freiburg there. And Freiburg, through the post, actually takes him down as well through the smoke. And so now you're going to see Hiko on a quick transfer. And luckily enough for them, they have not decided to push there towards that B bomb site. Still have 3 players inside of A. They have not. They haven't chosen a bomb site that they want to go to yet. Again, time has been against NiP throughout this game. If Hiko can kind of stall things out here, it looks like we have a little bit of a distraction that's happening over the other side. They have rotated now 2 players from compLexity over there towards the A side.
Yeah, really good information coming out from compLexity, but Hiko, he needs to get some kills here, otherwise it's not going to work out. He's looking for one. Freiburg very nearly dead, but there's Fiflaren with the return. Semphis takes one through the smoke. Now Jordan, the bomb is going to go down with just 6 seconds left, and now it's a 3-on-4 retake. compLexity could definitely do this. Look how low the Swedish players are.
And not a single player over here on the other side. Forrest going to be right there. He's going to be able to pick off one, gets exchanged there by nothing. Now going to be down to this 2-on-3. Fiflaren picks up one. He's playing aggressive, allowing his teammates to kind of hold back and exist. Picking up that last kill onto nothing. 7-6. 5 rounds in a row for NiP. And it looked like it was going to be a compLexity show, but NiP shows why they won at DreamHack Summer.
What really worries me is, first of all, it's been a while since we've seen Exist actually carrying NiP. He's also the in-game leader, of course, as everyone knows.
Are you kidding me?
But 0 kills. And in spite of that, NiP's playing this well. So what happens, Corey, if Get Right really wakes up here? That's what I want to know.
That is insane. Soak that up for just a second. Again, he has gotten 1 kill in this game. And then he followed it up with a team kill onto Forrest.
Yep. This aggression early on in this round from compLexity looked really good right up until the last kill on Sean Gers then. If he had got Fiflaren instead, that would have been it, the round for compLexity, no doubt about it. But now instead, it's a 3-on-3. And actually, I think compLexity still they've done pretty good. I like the fact that they switched this up. Look, that's what you want to do, right? When you lost 5 rounds in a row, you want to do something different, and they did. So, got to give them some credit for that.
You have to adapt.
Yeah.
And now you see that nothing is going to be on that quick rotate. So he's over there towards CT Arch. Hiko going to be watching on the backside, so he's not going to give them a lot of time to make a call here.
Yeah, they're going to be deep in the B-bomb side by the time Hiko knows. But hopefully he can stay alive. They got no grenades, though, on compLexity's side. And they got no defuse kit either, so if the bomb goes down, they'll have very little time.
And then now you can see that that was enough to pull them over. Anger's realizing, no, that wasn't a rush. They haven't decided to push up, but that was enough to be able to pull nothing out of his position. Who's going to be just around the corner. Oh, takes out Get Right. He was just around the corner. Now nothing's going to hold this angle. Now it's going to be left up to the low health there from Fiflaren. He's going to get eliminated 8-6. And so it only took 5, or make that 6 rounds for compLexity to remember how to pick up a round.
Yeah, very good. That was important because when, as you said, nothing, he sort of fell back. And once he comes back, there's a good chance they'll kill him as soon as he steps out. But he actually just pre-fired that corner. Very nicely done. 8-6 here. We'll see.
What's interesting about this too is the reason why nothing, he started to rotate, but it looks like they're playing extremely aggressive. A complete out aim map here inside of mid. Hiko's been able to pick up 2. Forrest is going to hightail it out of there. Freiburg, of course, he's not afraid. And Forrest actually taking advantage of this situation. He realizes that he can push up quick enough, but he needs to look out. He's got one player that he spotted up top. He comes back around, drops one. Trying to be able to pick up his second. He's going to get eliminated. Now it's going to be left up to Freiburg here in this final round of the first half.
And what a great round for Hiko to step it up that much with a triple kill. They did not want to let that 2-on-4 go. And Freiburg, unless compLexity make some massive mistake here, there's no way he should be able to win a 1-on-3 like this. They've got him... I mean, they got the bomb and everything. There's just no chance. And he's going to go down. Hiko with a quad kill. And 9-6 here for the first half for compLexity. Very nicely done.
Yeah, so what we watched throughout that entire game with NiP, in the beginning, they were just struggling to figure out what was happening. We had saw at one point, I believe it was during the pistol round, that we lost Forrest, and then he was able to join back into the game. But the entire game, what we've seen from Get Right, he was at one point, he did pick up 1 kill, but in that same exact round, he eliminated his teammate. And I believe at the end, I still don't think we seen another kill come from him. I think he ended up.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We'll check that in the second half to see exactly. I don't want to misspeak here, but you expect so much from him. But I'm not going to sulk on the fact that Get Right wasn't able to pick up as many kills as we're used to him, or at least picking up a kill in terms of the scoreboard. Well, but whenever we look at it, NiP played extremely well as a team, especially like you mentioned, Rich. He did a great job, or Exist did a great job of coming back and really showing that he's a top tier player.
Well, to look back a little bit to what happened at DreamHack for NiP, because actually in the early on in the group stages and even in the quarterfinals and everything else, Get Right looked a little bit shaky. And then when it really mattered during the semifinals and during the finals, he just stepped it up so much. So, I mean, I'm not saying this is a planned thing for Get Right. Nobody plans to go 0, 16 or whatever it was. No one plans to have a whole half where you kill nobody. But if you're going to peak in a tournament, it's better that it's late in the tournament than right on. So, I don't know. Get Right, I think he's going to bounce back from this.
It's one of the benefits, though, to this tournament style, too, as well. It really helps out those who start off a little bit slow and allows you to kind of reacclimate yourself and get yourself ready here for the rest of the tournament. I mean, we see certain situations where you play a single elimination tournament, and you may not have that good game that you need or that best series that you need, and then you come back, or you get eliminated there. But in these terms here for a double elimination bracket, you have the chance to get back to your state, what you're used to playing, and then come back and win some games.
And I've got to say, I'm a really big fan of the double elimination bracket. I think it's so much fun having, you see your team lose, the team you want to win, you see them fail, but then you know that you still have a chance of actually making it all the way through and bring it back, and that's a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll see. I mean, one of these two teams has to be knocked down to the lower bracket, but we don't know which one yet. And honestly, based on the first half, 9-6 it's pretty much dead even. I'd say Inferno between even teams is basically a 9-6 map. Terrorist GT side a little bit more favored, but 6 rounds is plenty on the terrorist side. This pistol round is going to be hugely important, and then we'll see how it goes.
I couldn't agree any more on that one. That's the fact is that the way that this map kind of traditionally plays out, you're exactly right. We're at that 9-6 as we head into this pistol round, and we'll see what comes from it. I think this is going to be a pretty good turning point. Whoever wins this round, and also I have to throw it in nowadays because what happens is that second round, you never know. So I will put it into whoever wins the first 2 rounds.
Yeah,
we'll start to really decide what happens throughout this rest of this game.
You can always run into a C-set 75 somewhere and just lose your whole whole squad.
Get right.
Yeah, he's been really. I mean, he keeps buying it. I haven't seen it work all that well, but maybe this is going to be it
too.
We're in Texas as well, so maybe a little bit of a cowboy style coming out there.
That little bang bang?
I can see that working out. Grenade. I'm not sure this is going to. Oh, actually, how does that screenshot? All right, I'm going to stop clicking that button. Oh, I know what's going on now. All right, Semphis gets the first kill. Flaren is down. Exist in here defending the bomb site. They're all jumping down. Mid-air headshot here from the in-game leader, and it's back to a 3-on-3. Exist is not done yet. He picks up a triple before he's finally put to rest.
You can see right now, Get Right just tapping away with those dualies.
Yeah.
Might have to get a screenshot of that one as well there.
I can do it if you want.
Now that you know how you do it. Okay, all right, so now we look at it. Down to this 2-on-2. Get Right's going to fall, and a perfect nade from Freiburg down to this 1-on-1. Lots of time, though, here for make that nothing to get this bomb planted, and it will happen here. Nothing just on the other side. He's got his Glock in hand. He doesn't know where Freiburg's at. Freiburg just on the other side, still waiting. Good little cat and mouse game between these two. And Freiburg on top with a nice silence headshot. And really, again, it led off with Exist, picking them off as they jumped into pit.
Oh, and a lot of tension in the room. I don't know if you heard that shock that just went through as Freiburg won that, but definitely the people that are here getting pretty excited about that. That could have gone either way. Definitely an important round. That would have been compLexity, maybe making it all the way to 12-6 basically before NiP could buy again. So this is a big difference. Now NiP going to be able to equalize the score probably, and we'll see. But look at oh, this is cool. They actually buy for each other. AK and Galil. It's Anger and Hiko. They're meant to lead the charge here. I love this. This is very nice.
So you do have Hiko with an AK. That will quickly be called out now. And he exchanges that, drops it back. You see that Anger's got the Galil here. They take their time. They do have that early smoke that comes in.
This is cool on so many levels because as you see, Flaren only got the 5.7. Get Right has a Bison. Actually, NiP don't really have the equipment to deal with these two rifles. This is perfect timing from compLexity. If this works, it's going to be very, yeah, it's a gamble, but it's exactly the right time to do this if it really works. And there's Flaren gone down. Now Forrest here with the FAMAS going to take down Hiko. So that's one of the rifles gone, but they're actually going to go for the B bomb side, I think.
They will have the chance to be able to pick up that AK if needed. as Get Right holding down over here. He's able to pick up 2, spraying away now. It's going to be down to this 2-on-3. Anger was able to pick up that AK, but he dropped it for that, or he dropped his Galil for the AK. So the you're going to look out for nothing to pick up that Galil here inside of mid.
Definitely will. Forest in the pit, obviously a really good position. I actually think they might lose a player immediately to Forest, and if that happens, that's pretty much the round done. But we'll see. Forest just waiting here. Anger goes down. There it is. Now it's on nothing here. 1-on-3, already being headshot. 1 down to 13. He's going to be down, and Forest will pick up the triple kill.
So compLexity taking a gamble, deciding to go ahead and buy an AK and a Galil. Of course, that's going to push them to not buy here during this 3rd round. Yeah. So right now the score is 9-8. I really think that you were taking a chance there in that 2nd round, but in the end you saw what happened. Just for those that I mentioned earlier about Get Right, he did pick up a kill in the 1st half. Of course, we saw the next 2 that came here during this half. So now that's just kind of putting that in the past now. As we can see, they're going to push up here towards that banana side.
That was
Still
such a
has a
brutal grenade.
Bison and a great smoke to kind of slow them down, allowing his teammates, if needed, can start to rotate over here.
A little bit of a flashbang from Freiburg in the back. We'll see. That grenade from Get Right was so good. And then another smoke. If compLexity are going to run through here, this Bison, I mean, 64 bullets, plenty to kill every single member of compLexity.
Oh, no.
What?
He must have stepped. Hiko was low on health due to the grenade there. And then you saw where Simpus was right there. He must have stepped across his fire there. And so what was supposed to just be a basic save round has really made an impact. And I'm curious of exactly what Simpus is saying, or Hiko's saying to Simpus right now.
That we've been talking about, I have nothing, so.
Luckily you have an AK.
It's easy.
And you should be winning it.
How about he doesn't have an AK though? That's the thing.
Oh, you don't? I thought you said I only have an AK.
No.
I have nothing, because I cheated.
Fuck, that's
Sorry.
Alright, so a little bit of communication back and forth about the money situation on the team. The score is 9-9, and we're sort of halfway through the 2nd half here. And Forrest has picked up an AWP, definitely a switch up for NiP, and he gets the opening kill on Sean Gaz. Very interesting.
Yeah, so Simpus is immediately going to go try to pick up that AK from Sean Gers. Of course, he's going to be on the lookout. They do smoke up inside of mid. So right now we're on board here. You see Flaren watching up there inside the apartments exists. Back over there towards the CT Art side. Just slowing things down.
Oh, grenade on Semphis. Actually only going to do 20 damage, so not that bad. I think they're going to be much worse. Exist just looking to see if he can do a little bit more, but he's playing it really safely anyway. Not really overextending his position at all.
Yeah, so now they're going to take a lot of time here. Just waiting before they decide to go ahead and push up now.
That's a really good smoke. Exist is actually forced to move forward. He goes down, Forrest with a good pick, takes down Semphis, and now coming out of the apartments, Hiko, he has to get so many kills. He gets the first, he has to get one more, he goes down, and that pretty much seals the deal for an NiP. Now it's going to be on nothing in a 1-on-3 with only 25 seconds left here.
Nothing down this 1-on-3. Throwing that smoke, that smoke blocks over there inside of sight. Easy enough for Forrest. As Forrest picks up 4 during that round. So now
nice.
10-9. Again, they were down 7-1, and they pull it all the way back to make it 10-9 now in their favor.
Yeah, it's looking scary at the moment. And no bomb plant for compLexity either. And they actually buy up anyway, which now I'm not sure if this is the right move. This is 2 Galils, 1 AK. They have armor on everyone, but this is going to be tricky.
Where are we sitting in after that buy?
Almost.
Yeah, so no, they're not even, so they're still going flat here. They're taking a complete chance now. And nade's going to cause a little bit of damage. Sean Gaird's getting dropped down to 77.
But look, as soon as they spotted everyone in second mid, Get Right pushes up. This is a very smart movement by NiP. I mean, for Flaren, that could have actually cost him his life, and that would have been a very different outcome. But the fact that he saw everybody in second mid, that pretty much gave the game up for compLexity. And NiP knew exactly what was happening right there. We'll see.
What's really smart about what's happening right now is you have Get Right, who's just continuously trying to smoke up there towards T ramp, and you can see there's the next smoke to follow there. And so now that gives Freiburg enough comfort to know that T ramp is completely smoked off. He only has to watch 2 different areas, and right now this is one of those areas.
Yeah, and he's waiting right here. They're going to peek out at the same time. They do take him down. Get right with the return on
look
one.
out for Hiko. Hiko about to play a game of whack-a-mole. He's going to peek right over the top. He does take down one. Now it's going to be down to a 2-on-3. 35 seconds left here in the round.
This is not over yet, but the next kill is going to decide everything. Actually, it's been this 2-on-3 for the last couple of rounds, and it's NiP who get the first kill. Then it's a 1-on-3, and compLexity can't win the round anymore. So if it goes the other way this time, there's still a chance. And it's going to be all down to Exist, waiting right here at the edge. He's got plenty of health and the 1 grenade as well.
It's really going to be a more or less like a tripwire, but he does pick up 1 killed. They're going to be quickly rotating, but will it matter as Exist picks up those last 2? They continue to challenge against Exist, and Exist at the top of the leaderboard, 23-12. Really just showing being a dominant leader for NiP.
This is pretty incredible. And again, you know, Exist has a really high level, but it's been a while since we've seen him carry in this style. And this is very cool. I'm impressed by what's going on so far. 9-11 is going to be the score here, and we are moving into the 6th round of the second half. Still some distance to go. compLexity can still bring it back. In fact, they've bought up once again. They're just not going to eco at all. They don't care for it.
They just don't. Especially now that they've lost so many consecutive rounds in a row, they're deciding, you know what, we have to win now. We have to figure out some way to break their money. Nothing picks up 2. He does fall to Forrest's CZ, and Simpus finally picks up 2. I apologize. He may have dropped a teammate in that crossfire there, so there was a TK that happened. So really, it's going to be down to a 2-on-3.
I'm curious about. I can't remember the last time I've seen 5 men rush out of the apartments on Inferno, but that was very cool, and it caught NiP off guard.
Takes me back to the very games or Titan type of playstyle where they'll smoke off, jump directly into pits. It'll take some time. But Simpus picking up 4 there in the round.
Nicely done. That was so cool. The really, really funny thing is that they rushed all the way up right to the edge, and then they actually stopped to peek at Fiflaren. And the fact that they did that, because if they just kept running, I think Fiflaren would have mowed them all down, but they stopped. Fiflaren had to fall back, and he got caught in the middle of nowhere. And then Forrest was the closest person by, and he had an AWP. So what was he going to do? Very cool stuff from compLexity here. 10-11. If they win 1 more round, I think they might be able to force NiP to eco, and then it's anybody's game.
And they decided to go ahead and switch to that CZ to pick up at least 1 kill. As you can see, the nades coming down there by NiP. Forrest is elected to go with an M4 here. Yeah. And instead of that AWP that he's been using throughout this game, he has been able to pick up a couple op kills there inside of mid throughout this second half. But this time he's just going to watch over there from bedroom. He's got a good crossfire in case they decide to push him. Fiflaren's going to be right there inside of Boiler waiting, but the real action's going to happen over there towards the B-bomb side. You've got Freiberg who's going to try to hold this area down. He does have Get Right. That's right behind him.
But look at nothing. He's going to flash his way through. This is really critical. If this flash works, that's going to be all they need. Semphis with the 1 kill. Get Right with the return. But then Get Right goes down, and that's the opening that compLexity needed now. The bomb is going to go down, no doubt about that, but I'm not sure NiP should fight to retake this. This B-bomb site's so hard to retake, and they're already a man down.
Yeah, they've got the health advantage. As you can see, they're going to start to decide to push in there. Exist had a chance, but now it's going to be left up to Forrest. Down to a 1-on-4. He has to be looking for exits here.
Yeah, that's all he can do. I mean, hoping probably to save the rifle. NiP don't have that much money. This could be a big turnaround for the American team. Forrest is going to take down Hiko. He's going to run in. He has got the kit, but they're waiting for him. And as he peeks out here, well, there's no time anymore. Sean just staying put to make sure there was no weird ninja defuse. And Forrest loses the rifle.
You got to make sure that you win each round 1 at a time. As now you've got it 11-11. As we take a look at the economy, you can see how broke that NiP are that you mentioned. They have won numerous rounds in a row, but if you continue to go down to those 3v2 situations like you had mentioned, you keep to losing your players on the CT side, it's going to impact you in the long run. And so maybe compLexity hasn't been playing that well in terms of winning rounds, but in the end of the day, they kept killing off individual players there from NiP to really kind of hurt their economy, forcing them to have to buy. And here we have it. We're all tied up 11-11, and NiP has to go for a CZ save. But you know, as we both know, CZ saves, what does that really mean?
Yeah, it can still work just fine. Right here in the boiler room and around the corner, there's going to be a whole bunch of people. Look at this; they're just gathered up right around here. So if you got the right timing, this can work out. And he's got Exist on the crossfire as well. So NiP, it's going to be just a few seconds away. Exist waiting. He's going to open it up, and then Fiflaren, no, he stays put. I really wanted it to move right then and there.
So 11-11. Still waiting for some action to happen, taking their time. They want to make sure that they don't get picked off. They are grouping up together, and now they're going to go ahead and collapse, taking them out one by one. And Freiburg's trying to rely on the CSGO Deagle, and he has done it in the past, and it's just not going to happen there. The CZ is so much stronger and so much cheaper.
And at this point, nothing has actually overtaken Exist in the kills. He's up to 24. 8 assists as well is a lot. And then 15 deaths, so actually outdoing Exist with a fairly wide margin here. Now 12-11. They take the round lead back, Corey, after being behind for a long time. NiP was just all NiP show for a while, but now it's changed. And they have the money going for them. NiP are on the ropes, basically. They have no money after this buy. They can force it up. They did force it up here, but, well, not really a force up. They have all the all the grenades. But if they lose this upcoming round, that is going to be very tough for them to come back into the game.
Yeah, so make sure, for those of you that are at home, want to be a part of the chatter, make sure you utilize the hashtag ESEA LAN. And right now, you have Forrest, who's kicking things off here. He has his teammate again, Fiflaren, that's inside the apartments, but really, the action's on the other side of this on the other side of this map, over in bomb site B. Smokes and flashes over the top, slowing them down. Still taking their time. They do have a player that's going to be on a quick rotate here. That's going to be Exist. That's over there towards the CT arch. Still taking their time. They've got 55 seconds left here in the round. And as you can see how spread out they are. But Hiko, the bomb carrier, still moving up. They may decide to push here through mid, but Hiko's going to have to wait. He can't continue to push through mid. And here comes the smokes and flashes. It's a little bit more effective due to the fact that they've got two players. They're going to go ahead and decide to push in here. They're going to really draw them over now. They're going to try to catch them on the cross now. And Fiflaren was spotted. They gave away their position. They're going to be a quick rotate that's going to come back around. Hiko able to take down one. Look out, Hiko being able to pick up another one. They're putting so much pressure on him at 15 seconds, or make that 17 seconds left to get the bomb down. Yeah,
he smokes up. Exist is going to be walking through the smoke. Hiko's here. He's already got the double. He gets a triple. Nicely done from Hiko. Those are the BDPs that we're looking for. And I bet some of the Hiko homies out there are going to be pretty excited about that one. Now it's a 2-on-2. The bomb is down. NiP do not have a defuse kit. They're pushing through. That's a quad. He needs one more for the ace, and he's still got bullets left. It's going to be Semphis to seal it, but what a sick round from Hiko. 4 kills like that, and we're going to listen in to complexity.
Good job.
Of course, the one round that I go halls, there's a fucking guy in the new room and a guy at the end.
That's so fucking gay, dude.
Good lane baits, Fence. That was prime. You played that well.
Look what I typed. Look what I typed.
All right, then. That was prime, apparently.
Well, so one of the things that most people don't, you usually expect from a team like complexity or a professional Counter-Strike team to really be talking about the next round and really be talking about what's going to be effective and, hey, this is our strategy that's involved. But really, in the end of the day, you've got players like Nothing and Sean Gears. They do a lot of leadership roles. As we'll hop into this round, I'll kind of break this down for you after this one. 13-11, though. 4-on-5. CZ save coming in here. P250 this time opposed to the Beagle from Freiburg, but he will get taken down. Now down to a 2-on-5. All as looks like Forrest going to rotate back around, trying to bunny hop his way. And Fiflaren will fall.
Round.
And now it's going to be left up to Forrest.
I mean, this tournament is just fresh, right, Corey?
We're
just getting started. But so far, that round from Hiko is definitely the best round we've seen so far from any one player, I think, because it happened at such a crucial time. That was what they needed to push the NiP to an eco. And now look at the Swedes. They realized that it's now or never. They're going to buy an auto sniper, no head armor on Exist here. They're going to go all in on this, and it can work. It can really work.
Yeah, so we're going to see exactly what he decides to do. He has the spawn for it, going directly for it. Immediately, he's going to go ahead and push in inside. They're actually all 5 players pushing up there towards alternate mid. They're going to take a gamble as well. Going to go very aggressive now. Spawning around. Exist, able to take down one. Auto snipes away. He's able to take down not only Sean Gears, but also Semphis. And that has delayed compLexity. Forrest is going to spot one. He did not react on that crossover, so they don't know for a fact that he's right there, and he actually gives up that spot now.
That was worth the investment right there. It's paid back already now.
Communication's key. So key. Making any of those call outs, knowing as much intel as possible can only help you. Now overthinking, that's a whole different situation.
Yeah, but NiP don't even don't even need to think about what they're doing right now. They can just wait and relax and wait for the American players to actually show up here.
Get right checking his spots. You're probably about to see Freiberg decide to rotate now after this point, because Get Right will continue to push up. And they're still working up here, down to a 2-on-5. You mentioned this was that round to try to make something happen. Got a good crossfire that's happening over there towards the A side. Pico spraying away, causing a lot of damage. Haven't taken him out yet. There's one, looking for two. He's caused a lot more damage. Back over to the CZ, and for Flaren finishing things off.
Okay, so really good round from NiP. They only lose to one person, but the thing is, this round was the difference between compLexity, well, NiP staying in this first map or compLexity winning it outright. If they'd won that round, compLexity, that would have been it. NiP would have had to fight on Dust too, So, right now, it's still NiP holding on, but it's not over yet. And compLexity, they did not get a bomb plant. They have a sickening amount of money. Look at this, though. 10,000 on 2 players, actually. That's a lot. So they can buy again, even if they lose this round.
Especially on the T side, so just really being effective. Now, to counter that auto snipe, Sean Garris decides to go ahead and pick up that AWP. You can see that, look at this cross right there. Over the top, head dinks there onto Exist, but he does answer back. He only caused a little bit of damage there to Simpus, but Simpus with a nice shot onto Exist, pushing him back. Even the nades are pushing him back. And so now you can see that Freiberg, he's going to try to back away there as well.
He's actually waiting on this cart. I was sure he was going to go back, but he's waiting. They flashed through. He's going to spot
over the top.
one. No, he didn't.
Oh, the X-ray is deceiving at times.
And the Goat CD smoke is also a little bit different.
Oh, very true. Good point. Good point.
There's some trickiness to that. It looked like he was going to... As soon as he jumped, I thought he had him. No, well, not quite. They're setting up out on Banana here, and... Yeah, this is with set smokes and everything. This is going to be a real execution from compLexity. Freiberg and Get Right both waiting on the other side of this smoke, but they don't have any more smoke, so once this is gone, compLexity can run right in.
You see it. They've got one player who's probably going to distract over there towards that A bomb site, start to throw over some smokes and flashes. They've got some good counters that are happening, and there goes Sean Garris. That distraction was not enough, as here goes Get Right. Get Right picking off two. Freiberg back around. He's going to get exchanged, but look out for Hiko. Down to this 1-on-3. Bomb's going to get planted. Perfect smoke for him to get this bomb planted, but now he needs to look out. They're going to come from all 3 different directions, and that may have been a wasted nade already.
Yeah, now, well, they just gang up. No chance at all in that 1-on-3, but the fact that they got the bomb down still makes a difference. It's an $800 bonus to everyone on the team, and
plus
they do kind of need it.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And the
so
additional
look at the
1,400 that kind of comes across, make that 1,900. So yeah, they're going to be fine.
No problem at all. 13-14 though. This game continues on somehow. NiP, they do lose a lot of players. So even though they're winning consecutive rounds, just like earlier, it's only really Flaren that has a decent, or Flaren and Exist have decent money here. And that might not be enough if they start losing a round.
I still don't think it would be enough if they lost this round. It'd be enough to decide to buy body or head armor if needed. But right now, let's focus on what's happening on this round, because this is going to be a really a good crucial round.
We'll see. Forrest up in the apartments here, and he's got a smoke, so that he only has to really cover one way. But he's waiting for someone to push through the smoke, which I'm not sure that's... Yeah, I'd want someone to be up here with Forrest. That's my problem right here. I think he's too exposed at this point.
He does have a teammate there.
Once Flaren is right there, that's good. But when Flaren falls back like this, then Forrest is very much alone.
He is checking every once in a while to make sure that they don't decide to push through the smoke. I believe he made some noise. They may know that he is. There is a player in apartments.
Oh, Flaren spots one.
Yeah. Get Right's taking some damage earlier in this round. Yeah, see where that was at.
He is Jordan over here just trying to see if he can push them back, and he's single-handedly keeping these two people far back in the bomb site, so that's good. If they get an opening frag on someone at the A bomb site, that might be it. That could be all compLexity need at this point.
Well, that's all Jordan's role is supposed to be, is to get those entries, to really be a nuisance and cause a lot of damage. But look at this. He actually was able to slide through and he makes it even further past. This is going to be a really big move if they can make something happen. They need to kind of slow things down. They don't need to push in just yet because now they're going to go ahead and continue to wrap around here. Nothing is taking way too much time as he will come back around. He's causing so much noise, able to take down Exist. It's going to be down 8 seconds left here in the round, Anders.
Yeah, and they do make it on time here. Oh, I think that's just enough, Sean. Is it going to be the last second? He gets the bomb down, and now it's a 2-on-3. Freiburg coming in here, but nothing's waiting for him. He's already done so much. He's going to take down Freiburg as well, and it's on Get Right. This is going to be map point for complexity. Get Right, he may be good, but this is too much for him to handle. He's gotten actually 0 grenades, just a defuse kit. He gets the 1 kill, but still got 2 more to go.
It's going to be a tough spot here for Get Right. They know exactly where it's going to be coming from. He's going to be pushing back around. Sean Gare is going to be holding back. They're going to make sure that he has to come and get those kills. They're delaying the inevitable there, and Hiko picks up the round. 15-13 game point. Let's listen in to complexity.
Dude, I miracled the guy in pit. And I got home and
Someone got sure. You lost it, for sure. Here's it. Downstairs. Yeah, drop me.
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks.
Oh, fuck. There's 2 down.
Yeah, no, listen, do you see what I typed? Do you see what I typed? Do it.
So the fun thing about complexity and what I was trying to get at earlier is that this is the way that they communicate. Whenever they get into the rounds, Simpus is very detailed and talking about what the environment is all about, what their situation is, and Sean Gares really likes to make the call-outs of what's possible, but really the overall communication is making sure that they're calm, cool, and collected. And really, it's a video game, they're having fun, and they've dropped 2 inside of B already.
Incredible stuff. A double opening from the American team, and now, well, it's a 5-on-3. NiP have inferior weaponry. Well, they have some grenades left, but it doesn't matter. McLaren goes down now. Forrest with a kill, but this is too late, Corey. This is going to be complexity taking the first map.
And that probably will do it as there goes. And complexity taking this one 16-13. Who'd expected that? As again, they started off this game very, very strong. 7-1 going into the very beginning of this game, and then turning things back around where NiP looked like they were going to kind of put up some really good numbers. They were leading at one point, 12-11, but in the end, complexity on our first map of this best of 3 takes it over NiP, and this is the type of games that we want to see. And what map are we going to be on second?
Well, I think we just heard it was going to be Cash for a second. I actually thought that was going to be Dust 2, so now I'm really...
Dust 2 is definitely, Dust 2 is the 3rd map,
so
as you saw from some of those tweets that are out there.
Look,
this is insane.
You pretty much said it. 7-1 in the beginning for complexity, and then it looked like maybe they were just going to, crush NiP. But NiP brought it back to 9-6 in the first half, and I thought 5 rounds was enough for NiP on the T side to actually win the game. They got 1 more round than that, and it looked like during the mid-game that they were going to actually win. And then at the very end, and the turning point has to be when Hiko got that quad kill. That's what made the whole difference. That forced NiP to Hiko, and that was it. Very, very cool stuff.
That did turn the tides there.
But also we're seeing right here, I mean, it's still early in the tournament, but we're seeing Jordan at a very high level. And that's good, because we've seen other tournaments, LAN tournaments from Jordan in Global Offensive, where he's shown up and done absolutely nothing. So,
agreed, yeah. And I think he would even state the fact that he hasn't been playing to what his potential is. And also, I'd even go to the point that his focus hasn't been there.
No, definitely not.
Would I say his focus is there or not? I wouldn't know, but his talent, his skill level that we're seeing right now in that first match definitely proved that he can still play. And we all know that he can still play. It's just whether or not he has the focus and the drive to continue to be successful in Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
This is very cool.
He's got raw talent, so.
Yeah, I mean, we have a trend here in Global Offensive, obviously, which involves just, the local teams winning, right? Fnatic get DreamHack Winter, Virtus Pro in Katowice. Maybe there is a chance for the North American teams to do something.
It happened last time.
Yeah, it happened last time. Well, I think we are going to go to a break before we do anything else. Second map's going to be coming up, so do not go anywhere. Even you Europeans out there, you've got to stay up and watch this. It's going to be amazing. So we'll be right back after these messages.